Hey guys, how are you? It's Alex.Carroll with Engel and Volkers in Victoria, and I just wanted to provide an update on the local real estate market in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. I've been getting tons of questions from clients, family, and friends about where we're at and where we're headed. And I would say in regard to where we're at, this is as good of a setting as any. I'm sitting at the Oak Bay office all by my lonesome. And the majority of agents are working from home and working out a necessity for clients that either need to sell or need to buy by a certain time. I would say that generally, if people have the flexibility to list later on or purchase later on, they're choosing or opting to do so. And although it was a really busy start to the year, these last few weeks have really slowed down, and for good reason to me. And there are a few things contributing to that, but I would say that there's trepidation from buyers and sellers in regard to the transmission of the virus. Now it's our job as realtors to mitigate that risk as best we can. So make sure people hand sanitize, fill out forms saying haven't traveled, haven't come in contact with knowingly, don't experience the following symptoms. Before even showing properties now. So our business practices are changing day by day as news changes day by day. But I would say that, the fact that the news is changing every day is one of the reasons I can't really give people this is where we're going to be at in 6 months and this is where we're going to be at in a year kind of analysis. And, as that continues to change, I think I can draw some conclusions, but it is the ultimate kind of it depends question. And it depends on a myriad of things, but chiefly, how long does this go on? And, the longer it goes on, I think the worse things get, and the more lasting effects it'll have on real estate here. Whereas the quicker it's resolved, I think the quicker things kind of normalize and get back to speed. Now, people often use the stock market as an indicator for what real estate values are going to do. I would say that we're fairly insulated from that in Victoria, just because there is a limited supply of homes available. And, as those numbers stay low and demand is maintained, which it typically is for a place like Victoria, which is a bit of a destination in Canada for housing, I think, the S&P cratering over the last 2 weeks, despite huge stimulus, won't have as huge of an effect as people think it will. The thing that I'm watching a little bit more closely is what rates are doing. I don't know if you caught it, but as of today, Central Bank of Canada actually cut to 0.25, and you might remember that at the start of the month it was 1.75. So, that's a significant adjustment over the course of a matter of weeks. And honestly, it has to be about as low as they can possibly go without giving money to people. And those are lofty measures to take as much of the burden off businesses as consumers as they can. And I hope that they make this a little bit less choppy for people. I think the thing that maybe is a bit more of an issue is that unemployment's increasing and job security is decreasing. So, as a lender for mortgages, banks' liquidity conceivably could be decreasing, and their risk tolerance or their risk is increasing. So, those two things will have an impact on mortgage rates and what banks are prepared to receive in exchange for the risk they're taking on in a market where people's job security comes into question. So, I've been watching that. That rate cut today will have an impact, and we'll continue to monitor the situation as it happens. But, for the time being, it's business as usual for me with some new adopted practices to help protect my clients. And we'll see as things unfold, where we might be in, 6 months or a year. There could be some changes coming. And I would imagine that there is a bit of a lag factor happening between some of this job loss, some of the stock market changes, and what kind of price action we might see down the line. But for now, we're not dealing with enough data to be able to predict that accurately. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you have. You can email me. My email is alex.carroll@evrealestate.com, or you can find me at my website, which is alex.carroll.ca. I look forward to hearing from you with any of your questions. If you have any specific questions about your property or purchasing a property, I look forward to discussing it with you further. Probably not at a coffee shop, but certainly over the phone or by email. All the best and stay safe.